All right, guys, we're back with top four Edison format, Epic cards and games in Hurst, Texas. We got the Sheriff Los on the left playing his Quick Draw Volcanic deck, and myself on the right playing Vayu Turbo. So we both went X1 and Switch. We actually lost to GBs, and Javi is in the finals waiting for the winner of us. So we'll see who's gonna face him. Anyway, so I said 3 first turn, and I would never do this unless I have Solemn. I hardly ever play Starlight Road in any of my decks, so yeah, I definitely have a Solemn 100%. Even though I really don't like doing this play, like I hate setting 3 or 4 with Solemn because then you're forced to Solemn the Heavy Storm if they do have it, but well, here we are. Anyway, so I Arm Wing attack his Shell, and here he Regeki breaks, discard, so he opened 2 shells. That's some good news. But he's still going to get the third one. Yep, so... Oh, he's trying to figure out which dice to roll with. Yeah, I need... I said this in a previous video, but I need to start carrying my own dice, because whenever it's random like this, I prefer to roll the dice instead of randomly picking one. It's like, I think it's like a superstition, but I need to start doing it also. Anyway, here we upstart. So 73 to 8,000. So Low searches his third shell. So let's see what he does here. So he heavies, and Lowe's knows I have Solemn, so he's just gonna force it out. So I already paid half my life, so this is why people don't like Solemn. Just early game, paying half your life is brutal. So will he... I know one card in Los has got what, 2? One of them Shell. So here he chooses to play around Mirror Force, because I can't deal with his Gores. And here he Wing Blasts my Wing Blast Dandy, and he's got 1 card in his hand, which I know is the 3rd Shell. Yes, I know it's the 3rd Shell. And he Wing Blasts my Arm Wing, and he's probably playing around Caius or Plague or Gale. There's a lot of cards I can have. So I think this was definitely the correct move by Lowe's to just Wing Blast it right away. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, you didn't play Caius at YCS Indy, but I've been, like, I experiment all the time. I try all sorts of different ratios to see what I prefer. And I've been, like, on and off with, like, 1 Caius, 2 Caius, 0 Caius. I've never tried 3 because I think that's just too much. Anyway, so here I go for an 8. So I know Lowe's last card is Shell. So I could go Dark End Dragon and wipe his whole field. Like, I could have gone like Armed Wing, Plague, attack his tokens, and then Dark End the Gores. I could have done that, and maybe I should have. But the reason I didn't do it is because I'm at 4K. And, like, I know all his cards. So what can he draw into? He can draw into, like, Debris Dragon, a Monarch. So, but I think Dark End loses to less cards. So, but I was just trying to gain life because I was so low. But anyways, here he drops Lad on me. And I did not see this coming. I did not know he was playing Lad. So here I bottomless to get him down to 400. So here, now he can't run over my Thought Ruler. Also because he's playing like all these discard traps. Another reason why I went for Thought Ruler. Because I was thinking he might draw into another Wing Blast, another Regeki Break. I can negate it with Thought Ruler. So he crashes his Lad into my... He's thinking about crashing his Lad into my Thought Ruler. I will gain a bunch of life points. And then he's going to bring out Gores and crash with Gores. So in essence, him top decking Lad might have been... It's kind of like he top decked a Monarch, except he gave me life points. So a Monarch would have been better, I think, than a Lad. Because a Monarch, he would have went Caius or Ryza, banished my Thought Ruler, put it back. I bottomless, but at least he still has a token, and he doesn't give me life points. So yeah, Lad was actually a worse draw than a Monarch would have been. Okay, so now, like I said, I know Los's last card in his hand is a Shell. So here comes Vayu. Yeah, if I had gone for Dark End, Los would be like top decking right now. He would have no he would have a Lad and a Shell in his hand. and I'd have Dark End. I think I would have won this turn. Yeah, 39. Or he would have been alive, but then he would have drawn this, so it would have been the same thing. So I'm just thinking what would have happened had I gone for the Dark End play. I guess I really wasn't thinking about his outs at that time. At that time, I was just thinking about gaining life points. But again, like I don't know Los's deck. So here he would have, it would have been the same thing. He's at 25. Do I go for game? Let's see. Do I go for it? But now that he avariced, I know he has the shell. So either A, he kept the shell in his hand, or he set another monster. So we'll see what I decide. So I decide not to go for game. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. Maybe I should have gone for it. But like I wasn't sure whether he set the shell or not. So now he sets one. Didn't pay for shell, probably because he's so low. Maybe he's playing to his outs, doesn't want to like maybe he wants to draw brain control. So here he Raiko's my armor master, Mills charge, battle fader, and scoop. So yeah, he can't do anything. Yeah, that was he said another average. So interesting first game. It's crazy these like small decisions that, you know, come up. Like me deciding to attack there with the armor master instead of the Armageddon. Okay, so Los goes first this game. Sets a monster, sets a back row. Yeah, this quick draw volcanic deck is interesting. So here comes Rhoda. So you can see I cited Pool in the Rug because I know Los is playing a bunch of Monarchs in his deck and Stubbs the Breed Dragon as well. Okay, so Greffer, Vayu, Sirocco. Ooh, Deck Dev's in my side deck. I just saw it. So I cited in Rugs and Deck Devs, and I really don't know about Deck Dev. I haven't been liking it that much recently. So Armwing, attack the Raiko, and so that tells me I don't have Deck Dev. So Los Mills, Brain, Raiko, Shell. At least we get Brain Control out of the way. So now we're at 63 to 8,000. Set one, pass, and here comes End Phase, Regeki Break, discard Treeborn. Los has Ryza. Pays for Shell, so he's at 58. Yeah, he must be like on 6 discard traps because of Shell. So Caius, Mike Reffer. So right away, I'm going to take 1,000. Come on, Gores. So Los is not attacking to Gores. 46, 58. So that tells me like his hand, he can't deal with Gores. So he probably set, since he can't deal with Gores, he probably set a Bottomless or a Bottomless or a Solemn Judgment. Because I think if he can deal with Gores, he definitely just attacks. It could be Deep Prison still. He doesn't... Okay, Wing Blast. Maybe I gave him the read that I have Gores. So now I have 2 back rows and an Armageddon Knight. Los brings back Truman. I think he has Ryza. And then he's going to get the last shell out of his deck. He knows Torrential's gone, so you don't have to play around it anymore. The only thing you're afraid of is Mirror Force. Let's see what he decides to do. Because you really don't want... Because he has Ryza. Yeah, you really don't want to Ryza my Armageddon Knight. So now he rises one of my back rows. Is anything that's chainable? Maybe I have Solemn. I don't think it's Rug. I probably Rug this right away. So nope, can't stop it. And 53, 46. So I reset the back row. So it's probably like a D prison or something because I couldn't chain it. Yeah, it's probably like a D prison. No, would I have D prison the Caius when he attacked? Oh no, it's return. Okay. So I'm playing that makes sense that it's return. So now return just to stay alive. And then banish everything. I'm at 18, set, and pass. So yeah, Los is complete control. Then he dusts my oppression. Trooper, Mills, Crow, Regeki Break, Avarice. attacks. Yeah, this game. So Los takes game 2. So we're going to game 3. Who's going to get to the finals to face Javi's GB deck? Javi's on fire right now. He won a tournament recently at our locals, and he got top 8 at the 61-man Edison tournament in Houston, Texas. We'll see. All right. So Rhoda for Greffer, pitch Vayu, pitch Sirocco. Come on, deck dev. Another reason I don't like deck dev in Vayu is because like everyone's siding in crows. So like the first turn deck dev plays is tough. All right, so low sets, T sets. I think he's got Brain and Gores in his hand. And Foolish. Yeah, his hand's pretty good. It looks like Brain, Gores, Foolish, and another card. So here comes Caius. Target the hamster. Oh, he can get me bad with Gores right here. Yeah, he can just... So here he dusts my Pulling the Rug, drops Gores after taking 24. Alright, so now I'm forced to drop Dark Armed and pop the Gores, and I'm probably going to have to pop the token. Yeah, so I pop the Gores, pop the token, set a monster and pass. So unfortunately, Los does have Brain control. So he can Brain my Dark Armed here, pop my Caius. We'll see if he can get another. I think he has Foolish, so does he play another Dark? Yes, Caius. This happens to me all the time. My Dark Armed always gets brained, man. That's why my first loss at that 61-man tournament in Houston, like my opponent, he dropped his own Dark Armed. I oppressed it. Then he brained my Dark Armed and just wiped my field. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. It was game 3 too. I was so upset. One of my friends, David Provanzo, brought up how I always look so upset when I get brain control because it happens so much. Like, brain control is such an annoying card. Trap Dusty too. I think those two are just like... But brain control can come at you mid-game, late game, early game. Versus like Trap Dusty, I feel like is only really devastating. Yeah, brain control is only really devastating... Sorry, Trap Dusty is only devastating early game, I think. Late game it can be kind of dead because like especially if you're staring down a field. Okay, so now Los is at 58 of my 76. All I have is a monster and 2 back rows. So he attacks my hamster. I get a Raikou. So I can't remember, was I on 2 or 3 hamsters? Again, like I said, I'm always testing out different ratios. I'm pretty sure I was on 3 on this particular day. But you guys did see my Caius. Okay, so here, Sirocco, Rug, Gores. And Gores, ooh. Gores is another card I'm on and off with. Okay, so here comes Vayu Sirocco. So yeah, milling the Sirocco was great there. Here comes Armed Wing. But now my Dark Arm is gone, so that's 1 power card. Then here comes Deck Dev. Los's hand is Foolish and... Yeah, Foolish. And there's an Avarice. But he's only got 3 monsters. So he's going to have to do a lot to make his hand live. So now we go Vayu. And I get to see his draw. So now we hit him for 27. So again, his hand is Foolish, and Avarice. So let's see what he can do. So Regeki Break. That's a good draw for him. Now he can out my Armor Master for free, basically. So yeah, Foolish, Avarice. He decides to use Foolish, probably to like get some defense. Yeah. Foolish Dandy. Get some defense. Set Regeki Break. So now all I have is a Raikou, and he's about to probably Regeki Break my... Yeah, Regeki Break my Armor Master. Let's see if he does. Yeah, so he pitches Shell. So he's got 1 more Shell and Avarice. So he draws MST. So I get 1 more draw. That's why he's not... Does he even have 5? Yeah, he has 5, but he doesn't want to... Yeah, he doesn't want to... What's the word I was gonna say? He doesn't want me to see his cards that he draws off of Avarice. So then he sets a monster. So 2176. I get one more draw. And if he Avarices, I'm gonna see those cards as well. All right. This has been a good game. Oh man, I can't do anything except attack with Raikou. I guess I'm checking his graveyard to see what's gone. I know he has MST Avarice. That's his hand, and he set the shell. So Raikou hits the shell. So I chose a shell instead of the token. And then Raikou goes. Okay, so now Los has to decide. Do I Avarice? Didn't matter what I hit there. So he MSTs my trap. My dead trap does shoot. Yeah, I did this in case I draw a real trap. So I'd rather he MST my dead does shoot. In case I draw, like, you never know, like, anything to stop him. So next turn, he is going to Avarice me, unfortunately. But at least I can get rid of the token. Burial! So here, I tribute my Raikou for Sirocco. And Los with the Avarice puts back. I think... Okay, so I Chain Crow. Ooh, good draw. So I'm deciding what to get rid of. So he targeted those 5. So I'm trying to see. So I'm trying to stop like a Debris Dragon play. So it's either a Shell or the Raikou. So I chose a Raikou just because it stops like Debris Dragon. Yeah, it stops Debris Dragon from making like an Iron Chain. And in case he plays random Chaos Sorcerer. That's why I got rid of the 1 light. Alright, so now that was a good draw from Los, the Debris Dragon. It's really unfortunate. So I'm at 72 to his 31, and then he attacks me for 24. So he passes. So now 31, 48. Ooh, so here he could use the Black Roses effect to flip my monster. Yeah, he can banish his Dandy, flip my monster. Let's see if he decides to do it. So he chooses not to. I don't think it mattered. I still would have popped the Black Rose. So now we're at 31, 48. Man, this has just been a crazy game. So here comes Charge, mills. Oh, yeah, he milled both his Raikou, so now his Charge fizzles. You can see, I know the feeling. This same thing happened to me in the finals against Toby with but that was insanely unlucky. He only plays. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So here comes Arma. I can't believe that happened. To me, when it happened to me in the finals against Toby, I only had 1 Raikou left in my deck, and I milled it off the charge. But milling 2, that's just insanely unlucky. All right. So now low set. So we're 31, 48. And I know his set isn't a Raikou. If it's a hamster, at least he's not getting a Raikou out of his deck. So I'm checking to see what... I'm debating what his set is. It could be another Dandy. Yes, it could be. So it's a hamster, but he's out of Raikou, so now he sets. Can I deal with the hamster? I've got 2 cards. Let's see. So summon Gale half. So what do we make? Or do we just attack? I wonder if... Oh, so this is game if he can't stop both these attacks. And yeah, that's game. So Los' hand was Crow and Dust. So I'm moving on to the finals. Would Los have won had he not milled the Raikous? Maybe. We'll never know. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that match. And we'll be back soon for the finals. We'll see if Los continues playing this deck down the road. I know he's trying to win with it because last time, I mean, he did well. The 2 times he played it, he made the finals the first time, and this time he made top 4. So, anyways, see you guys next time. Bye.